Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this. What I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to want you to get your plain piece of paper. And I want you to run around your house. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to run around your house and find something that's circular, like a plate, a paper plate, maybe a pot, maybe a saucer, something, maybe the bottom of a plant or a vase. Find something that is circle. It doesn't have to be this big, it can be a little smaller, but something that will fit inside. And when you get this, you're going to take your black marker, your black crayon, or your pencil. I'm going to draw the circle in black first. I think I want to do is I want to use a pencil for this so that you can see it better. See if I can't find a pencil. Is this a pencil? Find a pencil that works. Okay, I think I got a pencil. So what I'm going to do now is got my pencil and I have my circle. And what I want to do is I'm going to start my mountains, and I'm going to kind of start up here, and I'm going to draw very lightly a little zigzag down, and then I'm going to go a little higher, and then I'm going to come a little lower. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to intersect. Go back up a little bit. And instead of having a pointy top, I'm going to have like a flat top. And then I'm going to come down a little bit and have a little peak. Okay. After I have that, there's an empty spot right here, and I think up, down. Ah! Okay. This is why you should have a real pencil, not a mechanical pencil. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch, because I'm going to sketch a straight line. And if you can't draw a straight line, you don't have a ruler, or you can use the edge of a box or something like that. Sometimes I don't have my rulers handy, so I'll just go around and find something around my house that has a straight edge. And when I'm doing my pencil, I'm going to do it very lightly because I might want to erase it. If you draw it very dark, you won't be able to see. So after I do that, I'm going to add something right here. I'm going to add a little mountain right here. And what I want to do is I want to add, because it's kind of flat. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this and just kind of make like little zigzags on this side of the mountain. So there's a side of the mountain that we can shade in later. And let me do this. Start at the top, just a little wiggle. Let me erase this. I'm going to do that for all the peaks. Start right here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And start right here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Down to the, down to the water. And then what I want to do is I'm going to shade with my pencil side very lightly. Of this mountain. Darken and do the same thing very light. And then you can always go back with your colored pencils or your crayons, just so that one side of your mountain is shaded in dark. And then go back over. Go ahead and shade the rest of this. And notice that I'm going up and down, up and down. I'm doing it very lightly. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go and smudge in the lead. Very easy. But when I smudge it, I don't want to smudge it on the white. I'm trying to stay inside my lines that way. And if you do get it outside your lines, you can always go back and erase and go back and make it a little darker. And go back and shade the other little things that I did on this side. Since we're talking about the regions of North Carolina and the mountains, we'll be starting out with the mountains first. Do some artwork with mountains. Whoops. And then we'll move on to the rest of the regions of North Carolina, since fourth grade is focused on learning all about North Carolina and the regions of North Carolina. So why not? Some beautiful areas in North Carolina. Why not use that as our subject? Okay. Now, I'll make that a little darker. Like I said, you can go back. This will just be a little sketch. Go back and make it a little darker. Darker on both sides. And if you accidentally go over, you can go back and erase. Try not to get any smudges on the white part. So we have round. And I thought it would be kind of cool if we did some, you have some trees in North Carolina. So we start out by making like a top of a house. And then we want to say Christmas trees. And you just make some zigzags and go all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to, I'm going to erase that. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to color it in. We have one right here. Let's try. We're gonna darken those in too. I'm gonna put another one right here. So maybe I'll make a dot right there, like that, and overlap it with your zigzags. Try not to make them go straight down. Try to make it more triangular instead of squished. So see how I kind of made it go straight down? I want it to flare out a little more, like that. And the top should be pointy like a roof. Okay. Then we want to draw some more. I could make little dots right here all the way around. That's where I know I'm going to do my tops. So I can start by making my rooftops. And try not to make them like this. I know a lot of you guys are going to want to go like this. Try to make them more like that. So I'm going to put my tops on like this. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to zigzag up. Not just goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now I do one side first, do the other side. We don't want them all the same size because that's going to block the mountain. Slowly go like this, and then we can go back in and darken. Sorry, this is what I have to work with at home. I don't have all my supplies with me. So I'm working with a mechanical pencil. But you know what? I'm going to work with what I have just like if you would if you were at home. I'm going to make it work. And then I'm going to I'm not going to make it dark. I'm going to make the top of my tree dark. But I'm going to basically do the same thing I did with the mountains. And I'm going to shade. And this is not something that you're going to be able to finish in one sitting. So you should basically, let's say, just shade it in. Do not press hard. Okay. And I'll try not to change directions. Make sure. Take your time. And you're going to do that for all the trees. Right? All the trees that go across here. And if you're with a parent or if you want to try to do this on your own, when you're finished, it comes out really pretty. And then those of you guys who like to paint, if you want to, you could try to do this and paint this different colors. I'm going to show you a finished version. And then, of course, this right here is like water. You could paint that blue. You could do like purple mountains with dark purple shadows, gray mountains with dark. You could even put a sun, or my favorite is like doing a moon, but you don't have to. You could do all kinds of things. You could put doing your constellations, and then that would look fabulous in color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a finished drawing of what it looks like for an example so that you can see what it looks like. Enjoy, and I'll see you next week.